Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Fields McCormick and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about a brand new signing by the Denver Broncos. Now I'm a huge Broncos fan, as a lot of you guys know. I love getting to, cheer on the team and, we kind of deal with the bad parts as they come. They're currently 3-0 right now, doing amazing. They haven't played the best teams. Panthers are going to be a challenge, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the brand new news coming out of Denver today. The Denver Broncos just signed wide receiver David Moore from the Seattle Seahawks. Now, he may not be a superstar wide receiver one, but I really like this signing. Jeudy's injured. He's going to be out for a few more weeks. Unfortunately, K.J. Hamler is going to be out for the rest of the season with that torn ACL. That's a really tough injury. We've seen a lot of good guys lose their seasons over that. Unfortunately, Hamler did fall victim to that, which means our receivers right now are Courtland Sutton and Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick's done amazing in certain situations, and of course, Courtland Sutton being back is a huge bonus for the Denver Broncos. As a Broncos fan, I'm really excited to see him back. He's been playing really well recently. A great fantasy option, too, for those of you that play fantasy football. But how is David Moore going to impact the Denver Broncos? That's a great question, and the most important thing we need to remember is that we are down two superstar receivers. Jeudy, our lock wide receiver 2, maybe even our wide receiver 1, depending on who you ask and depending on what the situation is. But without Jeudy and then without KJ Hamler, we're down 2 of our star receivers. We're down 2 of our best players. You bring in a guy like David Moore, I think he's going to make immediate impact. He's not going to be our wide receiver 1. That's going to be Courtland Sutton. He's not going to be our wide receiver 2. That is going to go to Tim Patrick, who has done more than enough to prove he is a wide receiver 2 worthy player. I've been a big fan of Tim Patrick for a while. He's done a lot of amazing stuff for Denver under some mediocre quarterback play. And now that we have, Teddy Bridgewater just absolutely balling out this season. I mean, he looks incredible through the first 3 games. He's doing really well. He's a top 15 quarterback. I think he's right now quarterback 12 in fantasy. So, again, if you're a fantasy player, this is a great guy to have maybe as your backup to a guy like Matt Stafford. But we're not going to get into fantasy right now. We're just going to talk about the team in general. Personally, as a fan of the Denver Broncos, I absolutely love this pick. This, pickup, this guy's amazing. Just, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's not a superstar. He's not going to be our wide receiver 1. But he's an amazing wide receiver 2 with some pretty good upside. If I remember correctly, he got 6 touchdowns, He got 6 touchdowns last season, which is pretty solid. I believe that was his career high. So he definitely has the touchdown upside in the right situations. He's a pretty underrated wide receiver. I've seen David Moore make a lot of really impressive catches, make a lot of really impressive plays with the Seahawks. And now that we have him, I have a lot more faith that we're going to have even more, good plays. I expect Teddy Bridgewater to find a role for David Moore in this, offense. Javonte Williams is doing really good. Melvin Gordon's kind of off and on, still doing really good. I think we bring in David Moore as that solid wide receiver 3. Maybe he inches Tim Patrick out for that wide receiver 2 spot. But either way, he's a great addition. We're down 2 star receivers in Jeudy and KJ Hamler, so we need help. We add a guy that's very talented. David Moore's got great upside. He's a great physical player, and he's going to have an immediate impact on this team. I feel very confident that this is going to be a big improvement on a Broncos offense that, while led by Bridgewater, is already looking incredible. I've been a fan of Bridgewater for a while. I know a lot of guys kind of dog him. He's a very good quarterback, and I think, now the people that are watching the Broncos games are finally getting to see how good Teddy Bridgewater really is. I don't necessarily think that he's, an MVP candidate right now. I'm not going to go that far. I still think the MVP front runner, in my opinion, is Matthew Stafford, and of course, you're also going to be looking at guys like Kyler Murray. But I absolutely think that Teddy Bridgewater right now is playing some of his best football. He was amazing in college. He was really good when he was with the Vikings. He did some really impressive stuff with the Saints. Now we get to see him on the Denver Broncos. We get to see him putting up some amazing numbers. And in my opinion, adding a guy like David Moore when we're down 2 receivers has a lot more upside than downside. He's a proven wide receiver. He's had success with the Seahawks, and I think he's going to have a lot more success with the Denver Broncos. As a Broncos fan, like I said a minute ago, I love this pickup. We needed another receiver. We're down 2 of our main guys. We go out, grab David Moore, fill an immediate position of need with a guy that's already proven in the NFL, and an offense that's humming, an offense that's looking really good. We have Courtland Sutton back. Like I said, Teddy Bridgewater is putting up amazing numbers, playing some of his best football. Javonte Williams, running back, is finally, getting in sync. He's getting his steps in. He's putting in some amazing work on the ground, catching a few passes here and there. We still have our extra running back there, Gordon, doing some really great work. They're kind of going back and forth, but I think that the addition of this wide receiver right here out of the Seattle Seahawks, David Moore, in my personal opinion, is a great move by Vic Fangio, a great move by the Denver Broncos organization in general, and will be an immediate help to a Denver Broncos offense that has already struggled a little bit since they've lost those 2 receivers. Granted, Tim Patrick has stepped up, and I expect him to continue to step up as that locked-in stone wide receiver too. I expect Noah Fant to step up and be even better. He's already putting up some great numbers. And in my opinion, David Moore is going to add yet another element to this offense that is finally, starting to get it together. And as a Broncos fan, it's really exciting to see Bridgewater having so much success already, even though we have injuries. Now you go grab David Moore. I think the Broncos are going to look even better. And in my opinion, the Denver Broncos are playing the best football they've played in several years. So that's my take on the recent signing of David Moore. Please let me know down in the comments what you think. I'm sure not everybody's going to be super excited about this. I love this pickup. We needed a receiver. We've lost 2 of our main guys. We go out and grab a guy that's a proven NFL talent. In my opinion, that's about the best you can ask for. This is a great pickup in my opinion. I really hope David Moore does well in Denver. And I'm hoping that by the end of the season, this video will be a great insight into the amazing year that David Moore has the potential to have with the Denver Broncos. Without further ado, I am going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Before we leave, if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up down below to let me know. I'm going to make sure to do more videos just like this in the future, getting to react to whatever happens to the Denver Broncos, my favorite team. I may react to some other stuff too in the NFL, just to kind of keep everybody in touch with my personal thoughts on the league. But without further ado, like I said a second ago, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. So thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next NFL video.